does anybody have any thoughts on what waits in the aftermath for chapter 32 before we go into like a little recap?
Oh man.
Anything that stood out?
I'm
gonna say what stood out to me was the audacity for me of Chan. That's what stood out to me was the audacity. You know, he was reading over that report and he was so irritated, like, and I just can't believe she doesn't know she's being stalked. And you know, and when Teo was like bringing all this information, you know, like, okay, here's this formal report and this stuff about, Antonio and Mike. And he's just like, I don't know if I could pursue this relationship with her. She just has all this drama in her life. And I'm like,
easy, because he's reading a report. Think about it. The report, he's stalking her. And he's like, no, because I'm the only one stalking her. Like, how she doesn't know she's being stalked.
Right.
Sir, you got cameras on her shop, her mama, her friends, like basically up her butt. And you reading a whole report of her life. I mean, everything going on in her life. Boom, boom, boom. And then homeboy who's reading a report, well, this is really disturbing. Nigga, get out of my business. What the hell are you talking about? We have a problem. Who has a problem? You are in my business. You stalking me, bro. That's what stood out for me. It was the audacity.
It was.
Chan, he's like, no, I'm the only one that's supposed to be stalking her. And then got the nerve. There's always drama in this family. I don't know if I want to be involved. Drama, sir? You're a whole triad. Like, you are running triads. You beating up people's daddies in garages, talking about drama.
Baby.
Drama. Like, sir. Yeah, the hypocrisy is real. Okay.
It was real. Mm-hmm. No, you're good. It was. I was like, it was the audacity for me that you get a phone call and they're like, did you see the email that we sent? No, because he was busy looking over some type of contracts. And then he's like, well, open it up. And they're going section by section, line by line. And it's like, how does she not know she's being stalked? And why she didn't bring this to me? Who's going to be like, so I know me and you just started like talking this week. I want to let you know I have a stalker, but don't worry about that. I don't know too much about his past, but just don't worry about that. Nobody's going to leave with that. If anything, they're going to be like, it's going to run him away. Dang it. So yeah, that was that. Any thoughts, Kyrie? Anything that stood out to you?
No, I agree with all of that because I was upset. Chan frustrates me because I think it's really sweet sometimes, and then he does stuff like this where it's just like, "Are you serious, sir? Are you serious?" Like,
right.
But yeah, that was the biggest part for me also.
Right. I was just like, I was just kind of blown away, and it's funny because again, I haven't read this in so long, so I was laying in my bed and I started reading, and I was like, "What? I put that in there?" Like, I was shocked by the stuff that I put in this chapter, and I was like, I really didn't remember any of that. You always remember like the highlights, but all of the little small details. And I was like, dang, I'd really be going ham, eggs, and cheese in this thing, and don't even be paying attention. And Kyrie as well. Like, we be putting stuff like, where did that come? Did you remember that? I didn't remember that. So a recap, Malia has now come home. It is, right after the graduation fight, dinner party thing, right? She's coming home. She's like, that didn't go so well, But here, could you imagine you're finally getting done with this degree and you're being celebrated by your family and friends, and somebody who doesn't like you and you don't like, they show up and they want to cause mayhem and destruction, and that's what goes down, right? Fists are flying, people got stabbed, hair was pulled out, somebody's implant was busted, like a lot happened. Okay? A lot happened. She comes home and she's kind of like, just like, she gets dressed. She's sitting on the couch watching Bel Air. She's surfing the internet. She's ignoring people at this point. Her phone is just going off nonstop. And she's like, no, because I'm not going to be bothered. No, I'm not going to be bothered. She just doesn't want to have to deal with it. Then old sexy Chan, honey, he calls. And I thought it was funny because when he called, she was in the middle of taking a sip of something and started choking. And I was like, when you're a little socially awkward, you do dumb stuff. You're a little clumsy. I was like, I would have totally.
Somehow I pictured that as you. I'm like, that's something that happened to Karina.
Yeah, totally. Like,
took it on a photo. And
I mean, you talking about somebody who embarrassed themselves, you know? Clumsy baby. It's just like, it's not sexy. It's not, you know, but what
oh,
is
it's
that?
cute.
It's my cat over here. That's not cute to be a klutz. There's nothing cute
It
about
is cute. It is
It
very
is.
cute.
you guys have to say these things. You guys,
Being clumsy and shit.
I mean, it's always been a problem. I think I've gotten better over the years, but Jesus, like when I was a kid, they just didn't make any kind of sense. Like, who's uncoordinated here, you know? Anyway, Malia's at the house. She starts choking. He's like, what the hell is going on? So they talk, and then they create a little plan of action. Like, yo, I want to take you out in the morning, baby. I want to take you to brunch. And so she's like, okay, what time? You know, so they planned that out. Okay, everything is cool. Stop laughing at me. That's how I hear Malia in my head, you know, sometimes, you know, when she gets excited, you know, it's the Barbie that comes out, baby. So they make a plan of action. And so, you know, I think the part that got me was Malia was on such a cloud nine, you know, after getting off the phone with him, that she had to go work out. She's like, I got all this energy. And I'm like, girl, if a man ever calls me on the phone and I can't go to sleep, again, we're not 15. And I really do feel like that, again, it speaks to Malia. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with being excited. Like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? A little hype now. You know, he called me. But baby, I can't wait till tomorrow and I can't go to sleep. I can though. I got a Benadryl over here that I'm about to pop because nobody's going to be up. I wonder what it's going to be like tomorrow with him, and, you know, holding on to your pillows. Like, Malia's a hopeless romantic and she gets on my nerves. I created this foolishness, but, you know, she works me, but I like her. Like, I like her, but I'd be like, girl, you doing too much. That's team too much. So she does all of that. And then that's when the scene changes, because now we're seeing Chan, he's, you know, at home working late on something, and then he gets this all report because he's gotten an email, but he wasn't checking things. So in the process of him checking things with his enforcer, he learns a lot of, you know, shocking information. He finds out, okay, Malia's being stalked. He finds out that Mike has some very unsavory ties to some people that they might know. I think he feels some kind of way because he got mad at Teo. He's like, why you didn't bring me that information before now? Why am I just getting, he's like, I sent this to you, so I got it. Like, but I was trying to vet it. Like, he was wanting to make sure that the information was right. But at the same time, it's like, he did send it, but Chan didn't see it fast enough. And so he got mad about that. Okay. But I think he feels like he has built up all this hope in who he thinks Malia is. And then now to find out that, like, so are you connected to this lifestyle? You know, like, what is your part that's being played here? Because now I'm concerned. Malia didn't tell him about the fist fight. He was upset about that. He was like, well, I saw her, you know, like putting Band-Aids on and wrapping her wrist up, but he didn't know anything about the fight. But again, when you're just like talking to a person, I wouldn't be like, yeah, we just start talking this week and I'm going to call you and be like, yeah, so, my god cousin, you know, or sister or whatever, she came over and I put them paws on her. Like, she got a beating. Like, who says that? Like, again, you might run somebody off. It's like, so you and your family at dinner tables start throwing hands. Like, might not be calling you anymore, right? So you're careful in how much information that you divulge because you're going to look crazy. So now he's sitting back here looking over this whole report and he's irritated. He finds out Malia's being stalked by Chris, but babe, we find out some twists and some turns about Chris. His name, his real name, like his government name, that's Nathaniel Adams, baby, and he's from Eastern Oregon. Okay, he has created this whole facade. He lied, you know. He's made himself out to be this person he's not, and his whole story is just like buck wild bananas. Okay, Chris ain't Kristen. He's not Chris. He's not the person that we thought he was. He's out here with aliases. He comes from a family that somebody submitted a question, said that his family reminds him of Hills Have Eyes, like the Hills Have Eyes. I was like, that would be the perfect way to sum up him and his family, because the stuff that these people have done in this report, and they haven't been punished for it. And it's like mayhem, carnage, killing people, capturing people, torturing people, murdering, rape, all these terrible things. And now we have Chris, who's a product of all of this and has partaken in some of those actions. Now he's like, and I really like Malia. I'm like, ma'am, we're gonna have to put some prayer on you. You need the blood of the lamb on your body, because you can't keep bringing these types of energies into your life. You don't need the Hills Have Eyes. You see what I'm saying? And Chris is giving all of that. What are your ladies' thoughts before we go into questions?
Yeah, I definitely thought I was scared after that whole segment with Chris finding out about his family and stuff, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm glad Chan knows about it now.
Mm-hmm.
He can do something away with them.
Do
And I was thinking about earlier. Chan should have really been excited that Malia got into this fight and all that stuff. He's like, "Oh, she could be one of the triad members for real."
She got a little hood to her.
Impressed.
Mommy got a little.
Instead of like, "Oh, I don't know if I can
know
have
who she is.
no."
Like she got in a fight and they won. Now it'd be a different story if she got stomped out. Be like,
Right.
Oh, embarrassing. Like, you can't roll with us. You out here getting beat up. Nah.
Triad material, baby.
I mean, I think that goes back to some people feeling like, I want to be with the little lamb, and I don't want my woman to be aggressive. I don't want her to be too masculine. And I'm like, I'm walking in all of that masculinity. It's whatever it needs to be. Like, if I need to tap into that side, I got it. You feel me? Like, I do, and it's just weird that people want you to like downplay the warrior in you. I'm not downplaying that. Like, if you go back into people's like lineage and you start to like look at different African tribes, there were women soldiers, baby. There were women who were out there as warriors, honey, like the heads of tribes. You don't feel like that blood still runs in your veins? So now I gotta dial it back, and I have to be a little lamb. No. I don't want to be a lamb. Like I said, there's time and place for all things, and life requires balance. But stop getting upset about that word. Oh, it's just such masculine energy. And so I guess he's acting like because she didn't have to beat somebody up that, I don't know if she could fit in with me and my family. I think, Malia is showing that she can hold her own. She fit in really good with your family because if your mom tried it. Okay, whose question is
her mom? Oh, Lord.
his mom tried it. Like, never mind.
Like, I don't let his mama do nothing because she going to get some smoke.
Well, his mom is going to be a whole handful. We'll see her in the future. That's why I said what I said.
Whose mom?
Chan's mom.
I thought Chan's mom was dead.
Remember, his aunt has been like a mother to him. She stepped in.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
I was like, maybe she's an angry spirit.
I'll be
there messing with Malia. I'm like, I thought she was dead.
His mother is an animal. So, but we're gonna see, Sister Kong in future episodes. But she's somebody else. Sister Kong is somebody else. Mother Kong. There you go. Because my mother got angry that time when somebody called her Sister Scott. She was like, "I'm a mother in the house of God." I was like, "You're talking about embarrassed."